Has grandma or grandpa been acting a little different lately? Maybe dad's forgetting names he's known for decades, or mom's suddenly refusing her favorite mashed potatoes. Before you chuck it up to just getting old, hold your horses. Most folks think that when someone passes on in their later years, it's like flipping a switch here one day, on the next, but that's not usually how the body works. More often, it's like a dimmer light turning down slowly, sending out subtle clues months, sometimes even a year for the final curtain call. Trouble is, we miss them. We're so caught up in routines, and binge-watching Wheel of Fortune that we don't always see what's right under our noses. And it's only after the fact that families go, well shoot, now that I think about it, she did stop baking cookies out of the blue. So today, we're going to talk about 5 signs that a loved one might be in their final year, not to be morbid but to be prepared, emotionally, practically, and yes, even spiritually. Because when you know what's coming, you can be present, you can laugh a little more, hug a little tighter, and make those last moments sweeter than grandma's homemade peach cobbler. Stick with me till the end, because these signs might just give you the insight and the peace I need. Sign 1. Noticeable weight loss, and we ain't talking New Year's resolutions. Now, if your loved one suddenly drops a belt size or their pants start looking like hand-me-downs from a linebacker, don't rush to praise their new diet. In the golden years, weight loss, especially the unplanned, can mean something deeper's going on. We're not talking a few pounds here and there. We're talking weight slipping off like butter on a hot biscuit. It might start smaller portions, skipping meals, or losing interest in snacks they used to love, even that secret candy stash they thought no one knew about. But because as the body slows down, it sometimes stops absorbing nutrients the way it should. Muscle shrink, the immune system starts dragging its boots. Even their sense of taste might fade, which means food just ain't as fun anymore. Now sure, you might be tempted to whip up all their favorite dishes or slide protein shakes into every meal. But if the weight keeps dropping, it may not be a food issue, it might be the body's way of preparing for the next stage. Instead of piling their plate like it's Thanksgiving every day, focus on comfort, easy to chew meals, sips of water, and a calm eating environment can go a long way. The goal here isn't to fatten them up, it's to keep them comfortable and content. So, if Aunt Mildred's down 3 dress sizes without trying, it's time to take notice. Time to keep persistent fatigue. The couch becomes their best friend. Now listen, everyone enjoys a good nap. I'd argue naps are one of life's finest pleasures, but if your loved one starts sleeping more than your house cat and still looks like they've run a marathon after walking to the bathroom, something's up. This ain't just I stayed up too late watching reruns tired. This is bone deep. Can barely keep my eyes open exhaustion. They may struggle to get out of bed, skip meals because they're too tired to chew, or leave conversations mid-sentence because, well, see button. As the body nears its final chapter, it starts reserving energy for just the basics. Heart, brain, it's a minimal crew on deck. Everything else gets shut down to conserve fuel. And here's the kicker, this kind of tired doesn't go away with sleep. You could give them a week at a 5-star spa with room service and foot rubs, and they'd still feel wiped out. This fatigue also messes with their social life. They might pull away from family gatherings, church potlucks, or poker night, not because they're grumpy but because they just can't keep up. So don't take it personal. Give grace, offer rest, and most importantly, just be there whether you're chatting, sitting in silence, or watching the birds together. Sign 3. Mental fog and confusion, not just senior moments. We all forget where we put the remote or call our grandkids by the dog's name every now and then. But when memory lapses become daily events, or someone starts mixing up times, names, or even places, it's more than just a whoops. Maybe they're putting their shoes in the fridge, or forgetting how to make coffee after 40 years of brewing it every morning. Maybe they're repeating the same story 12 times in a row or worse, getting confused or agitated when corrected. Cognitive changes can creep in like a raccoon in the night quiet, slow, and hard to notice until the garbage is everywhere. This mental fog can be a sign that the brain, like the rest of the body, is shifting gears. Sometimes it's part of dementia or Alzheimer's, but it can also be a natural part of the body winding down. And it can be frustrating, for you and for them, so take a breath, speak slowly, avoid arguing, reassure them when things feel scary or confusing. And hey, if they start calling you buddy because they can't quite remember your name, roll with it. You're still you, and they still love you. Sign 4, withdrawal from life. The I just don't feel like it phase. You know that friend who used to light up the room with jokes and stories. Suddenly, they're skipping family dinners, leaving early from church, and avoiding phone calls like it's jury duty. This kind of pulling back isn't always about mood, it's the body's way of saying, I'm waiting down. The energy for small talk on hobbies they once loved now feel like a chore. They might spend more time in bed, sit quietly staring out the window, or simply not engage like they used to. And yes, it might feel like they're giving up, but really, they're just preparing, internally, emotionally, spiritually. As hard as it is, don't push too hard, don't guilt trip, just be present. Bring the coffee, sit nearby, let them know they're not alone even in the silence. Because sometimes, just knowing someone's there is all the comfort they need. Sign 5, changes in breathing and physical appearance. The body speaks softly. As the final months roll in, the body begins to change in quieter, more visible ways. You might notice their skin looks pale or mottled. Hands and feet may feel cold more often, like winter's moved in early. Breathing might get irregular, deep and slow at times, fast and shallow at others. You may hear rattling, wheezing, or long pauses between breaths. It can be scary, but it's part of the natural shutdown process. Swelling in the legs, difficulty swallowing, or their voice getting weaker. These are signs the body's saying, I'm tired. What do? You don't panic. You comfort. You stay close. You touch their hand. You speak gently, even if you're not sure they can hear you. Because even if they can't respond, they feel you, your love, your presence, and that matters more than any medical miracle. Now listen, you know this isn't easy stuff. It's heavy, it's emotional, and if you've made it this far in the video, I know your heart's in the right place. These signs, weight loss, fatigue, mental fog, withdrawal, and physical changes aren't meant to scare you. They're here to guide you, to help you tune in, and to remind you that life, even at the end, can be rich, meaningful, and full of connection. You can't control the clock, but you can make every tick count. So go call your folks, bring your granddad a milkshake, hold your mom's hand, and tell her a funny story from when you were a kid. Because when the time comes, it's not the chores or errands you'll remember. It's the moments, the love, the laughter, the peace. Thanks for watching. Be kind to your elders and to yourself. Until next time, stay wise, stay kind, and stay present.